Am I the a-hole for telling my brother-in-law to stop treating my husband like a child? So, I 48F, my husband 49M, and my daughter 16F attended my mother-in-law's birthday party. It was a large family gathering that included father-in-laws, brother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, uncles, aunts, nephews, and nieces. Now, there's this brother-in-law, 54M, whom I shall name as Ken for this purpose, and he happened to be my husband's oldest brother. The thing about Ken, he has this constant habit of lecturing my husband. For example, he was questioning why my husband had bought a Korean car, going on that they're no good and he should have bought a Japanese or German one instead. And other things like, why on earth did you buy this jacket and jumper? They don't suit you at all. Have you bought gifts for your mother? They better not be some cheap stuff that you didn't put any thought into. At first, I chalked this up as an older brother looking out for his younger bro, but then the tone and words he used seem overbearing. Not even my husband's mother and father nagged him like this, at least not in front of others. And as I've learned, Ken only targets my husband and doesn't boss his other siblings like that. My husband doesn't react too strongly when his oldest brother goes at him. He just nods along and says, "Okay then." I have tried telling my husband that he should just tell his big bro to lay off him already. Anyways, here comes the issue. We were having dinner at the table, talking about any random topics that came to mind. One of my sister-in-laws was asking if we had made any holiday plans. My husband mentioned that we are going on a trip to the Maldives soon. And of course, Ken butted in. He was like, "Oh really? So who organized this trip? Don't tell me that your wife did everything for you." I jumped in and pointed out that my husband had sorted out our trip. Then he questioned my husband. "Are your passports up to date? Have you checked if you need visas? Etc." And after my husband answered everything, he said, "Wow, good boy, you're stepping up." Honestly, I was pretty peeved about this and thought this could not go on forever. As soon as Ken left to go to the bathroom, I made an excuse to leave the dining room and waited outside for him. When he came back out, I spoke with him. I told him as nicely as I could, "You need to stop treating my husband like he's a kid and show him some respect." Let's just say Ken didn't like the way I confronted him. At first, he acted all confused and in denial, saying he wasn't disrespecting my husband. I kept insisting that he was. Once he reacted aggressively, "Who the hell do you think you are? What's it got to do with you?" That's when I finally lost my cool. The commotion obviously got heard, and we had to get split up. It made the rest of the birthday party awkward after that. My other brother-in-law and the sisters-in-laws were saying to me that it shouldn't be my place to speak on my husband's behalf, and if he feels discomfort over what Ken said to him, he should be the one speaking up. With all things considered, am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. Ken sounds like a complete annoyance, and I'm not too sure why he feels the need to constantly single out your husband the way he does. Siblings do have a certain way of being with each other, and there comes a point where he's just being disrespectful. Your husband should stand up for himself.
Not the a-hole. Who do you think you are? His wife. That is who you are. However, you may be one if your husband has previously asked you not to say anything. I think you need to have a frank conversation with your husband about how he feels about Ken's treatment of him and why he's never shut his brother down.